one generation, this country is going to be South Africa because of demographics.
Because of demographics. Because of demographics.
In one generation.
That's what it is. We're the majority now, not the minority. Y'all are the minorities now.
So
Taking over.
Out here in a second.
Taking over what?
Taking over what?
America.
Taking over what?
Taking over America, right?
Living on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come, right back where we started from. The horses grab your guns, you shout and waste the time, driving down the 101. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California.
There's so much interesting stuff from the 2010 census, and the government keeps releasing more and more figures. I want you to take a look at this here. We told you about how Latinos will soon be the majority in the Golden State. Now take a look at these percentage population figures. Now you see there in that red line, make up about 75% of Californians. That's back in the 60s, but that number keeps on dropping here. This pink line, that's Latinos. That keeps, and they cross. You see that there? Almost tied at Latinos with 40%.
Yeah, and Stephanie, that trend has definitely intensified over the past 10 years. Think of it this way. California's total population increased by nearly 5 million people during that time. But when you look at whites only, that population has fallen by about 700,000. John Libertini takes a closer look at what is happening. And John, we want to tell our viewers that they can ask questions. Go ahead and give instant feedback as well on this issue just by texting 916-572-4FOX or by posting on our Facebook wall. John Libertini reports.
The color of California is changing. There's no race anymore, but whites, European Americans, are leaving the Golden State in growing numbers. Cox, an architect, believes it's the unfriendly business climate.
If I was ever interested in leaving, it'd be to get away from the intense regulatory environment here.
But political strategist Steve Maviglio also notes white retirees are leaving in search of a cheaper cost of retirement.
So the dollar goes a lot farther. Even other countries, Costa Rica has a big surge, countries like that, just because it's cheaper to live, people are getting less in retirement.
The census won't tell you this, but anecdotally, California favors people of color.
Bam! Just like that. That's all there is to it, Dustin. That's all there is to it. A winner! Just like that. We'll be right back on our Price is Right. Don't go away.
Students who were applying who had
multicultural background and maybe spoke another language or from another country, it looked really good for them when they were applying.
Despite the ethnicity demands, Katie Ross got accepted to grad school at Sacramento State. But 18-year-old Bridget Peterson almost went to college on the East Coast, believing her European ancestry might be more valued.
I thought there might be some better opportunities there with, there are just too many people in California.
And this changing color is having an impact on politics.
In 1992, California turned blue. Not because California changed, but because its people changed, and never turned back. In 2024, Texas will turn blue. Not because Texas will change, but because its people will change, and it will never turn back. This is because diversity is the Achilles heel of representational democracy. In multiracial democracies, voting turns into little more than a racial headcount. There is one reason California was a red state until 1992. It was a white state. Ronald Reagan did his party, the Republicans, no favor in 1986 when he passed the amnesty law of 1986 that opened the pathway to citizenship for up to 4 million illegal aliens who had been living in the United States up until 1982. It turns out neither they nor their children felt any debt of gratitude to the Republican Party or to Eurocentric, traditionally Anglo-American politics, values, principles, or culture. But the Republican Party didn't die after Reagan. That is, when California turned blue, it didn't hit the Republican Party like an asteroid hitting dinosaurs. The Republican Party adjusted and became the party of amnesty. It stopped defending the border. It started doubling down on immigration. And under the dynasty of the Bushes, began a sustained campaign of betting more on America's Latino and Hispanic populations than on its European and white populations. As Wayne Gretzky once said, the secret is not to skate where the puck is, but to where the puck is going. And America was being demographically replaced by Mexico, so that is where the Republican Party was going. The crown jewel of Republican politics, the state of Texas, the home state of the Bushes, will become a blue state because of Mexican immigration in 2024. And unlike California, which could have been absorbed, Texas, with its 38 electoral votes, will cause, under the current political bunker positions held by both parties, yield a permanent and forever edge to the Democrats forever and always. And America will go on to be as one-party a state as any communist state is, whether you're talking about China, the old Soviet Union, or South Africa. South Africa is truly the blueprint. But California is the blueprint for the blueprint. Earlier this week, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and of Square, a hugely influential individual in Silicon Valley and in American politics, posted that the following article was a great read on America's Civil War and how California provides the blueprint for winning it by providing a supermajority to the Democrats. The key problem in American politics, the article provides, is that there are two sides to it. There's Democrats, but there's also Republicans. If we could just remove one side, then everything will be less divided. So let's remove the Republicans, the California way. And it goes on to cite how Republicans lost control over California in the 1990s and the early 2000s. This is what will happen to Texas in 2024, which will be the last Republican Texas you may ever see in your lifetime, unless the demographic issue is not solved. Why does a Jewish guy like me support white identity and promote a white mother fertility fund and protections for European values? It's because those are the American values that I want for my grandkids, and that all people, Jews, people of color, everyone, does better under than the alternative. But I'm happy to be on this journey with all of you guys, making whatever difference we all can to a better future.
Have no worry, we're gonna get them one day. Enemies of the Republic. Enemies